Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, so in this video we will talk about paraphrasing. Huh. Do you know what paraphrase is? Hmm? Hmm? I think so. Yeah, paraphrasing is using someone's words into your own words. So you refer to their opinion because in academic writing we need a reference. Do you know when we should do the paraphrasing? Yeah, because we want to avoid plagiarism. Why plagiarism should be avoided? What do you think? Comment below about your opinion about the plagiarism. Well, plagiarism is very dangerous and it will destroy your career. Can you imagine when you write a thesis and in the future when the technology is getting better, they indicated that your thesis is a plagiarism? What will happen to you? The first thing that will happen to you is your certificate of bachelor will be cancelled. And the worst thing is people won't trust you anymore. Okay, that is why we should do the paraphrasing to help us to make a proper academic writing. So now we will do the practice to do the paraphrasing. Before conducting the paraphrasing, first thing that you need to do is reading. You have to read the paper for several times to make sure that you understand the whole ideas and the organization of the paragraph to paragraph, sentence to sentence, so you can paraphrase it properly. After you read for several times, now you're ready to do the paraphrasing. Do you know how to do paraphrasing? Okay, I will help you with simple ways to do paraphrasing. The first thing that you need to do in the paraphrasing, you can change the grammar, you also can change the vocabulary, and even you can change the structure. Keep in mind that in paraphrasing, you are not allowed to add or subtract the ideas. When you paraphrase someone's words, you have to keep the ideas in that sentence. Okay, let's do practice. Let's practice now. As you can see, this is the original text and there are two sentences colored by the plagiarism checker application. So we will work on the first sentence. The present study was to examine the differences on correctness in terms of gender, age, educational level, and blah blah blah. Let's paraphrase by using different vocabulary, or we are looking for the synonym of those words. Okay, now we need to divide the sentences into several groups like this. The first one, we can write the present study. Next is to examine. The difference of forgiveness. In terms of gender, age. The last one is educational level. So we'll just change this into the synonym. Okay, like the present study, if you are looking for the synonym of this words. The synonym are to, the study, we delete the present, or we can use another term, the paper atau this paper. Okay, I think this one sounds much better. Next is to examine. There are many words similar to examine, like to explore, to observe, to discuss, to investigate, and so on. Yeah, I think the better one is to discuss. The difference of forgiveness, I think, because this is the variable, we will keep it as this one, so we don't want to change this one. About in terms of, we can change it in the synonym, like such as what's okay, regarding, concerning, another one is in accordance with. If you want to know how to find the similar vocabulary or the synonym, you need to master many vocabularies or ask the Google Translate to help you to find the synonym. Okay, now go to the gender. We'll use this one, tetap aja. We don't need to change it. And then educational level, yeah, we can change it, the level. We change into background. Yeah? This is our paper works. I think this one is better than the other. Okay, so let's conclude here. This is our new sentence. This paper was discussed the difference of forgiveness in accordance with gender, age, education background, and blah blah blah. Okay, after we compare the result from the paraphrasing one and the original one, so you can see we already improved the quality of the sentence. It is easy, isn't it? So let's do it again for the next sentence. The next sentence is 268 participants were recruited to complete the blah 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 blah. So in the picture you can see that the sentence are colored by the application of plagiarism checker. So we need to change the colored one. Okay, for your information, the number more than 10 should be written in numeric. If it is less than 10, you will write it in letter. Yeah, okay. So 268 participants, we will write it 268. And participants, because this is a common term, we will still use it. About recruited, we can change it into were impulse, were requested, were asked, and so on. I think the better one is were impulse. Yeah, and to complete, we can change it to feel, to answer, or to respond, or to accomplish. We can use to accomplish to sound more academic. So after deciding the best words for the paraphrasing, we have 168 participants were involved to accomplish blah 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 blah. This is different with the original one. 268 participants were recruited recruited to complete the blah blah blah. So as you can see here, this sounds more academic, and this problem we already solved it, because you are not allowed to write number like this. Remember, more than 10 is in numeric, but less than 10 you is using letter like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you use letter, but for more than 10 you use numeric, 11 and so on. Okay, this is the example of paraphrasing. Okay, let's do another practice. We'll do paraphrasing on this paragraph. As you can see, there are a lot of red marks on that. This is indicated as a plagiarism, but probably the author take these sentences or these words from his or her own thesis. Keep in mind that even if you copy your own text, your own thesis, or your own paper, the machine or the plagiarism checker still indicate this is as the plagiarism. So we'll help the author to paraphrase it to make it a better or a proper paragraph. Okay, the first one we can change the 268 Aceh conflict victims to be 268 Aceh conflict victims. Yeah. Next one is completed. The synonym is accomplished. Okay, next questionnaire for the study. We change it into the questionnaire of this study. We use the and of to change the for. Yeah? Questionnaire for is not that good. Yeah, we use of. It sounds much better. Okay, next 25 of them were interviewed and observation. Okay, as you can see here, interviewed and observation. Actually, they are not parallel. It should be verb and verb or noun and noun, because interviewed is verb and observation is noun. This is ungrammatical sentence, so we have to correct the sentence. Yeah, in the sentence we can change it to be like this. We add then 25 of them were involved in interview and observation. Interview is a noun and observation also a noun. Next, 67.5% of the final sample. Yeah, this is in letter. Yeah, as you know that we have to use numeric, so we change it into number. 67.5% of the final participants. Okay, go on to the word were women. Okay, we find the synonym of women is females, so we use it females. Next one is 32.5% were men. We change it to 32.5% were males. Yeah. Okay, next sentence, their age range from 18 to 60 years. Range from, we can substitute with classified. Yeah, they are synonym. Let's move on to another sentence. 14.6% participants were single. Okay, we can add the sentence like this. The marital status of these participants showed that there are 14.6% of participants were single. So I add some words, but this not add or subtract the ideas. This is still keep the ideas. Yeah, I just add the words the marital status of these participants to help the reader to understand what am I talking about. Okay, continue to the another one. 72.8% were married. Okay, 12.7% were widow or widower. Okay, we keep it up. And then the next one about education. Yeah, the number blah 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 until uneducated. As you can read from this one, there are unstructured number from the elementary, and then in the end the author mentioned the uneducated. We help the author to put the uneducated first, and then elementaries, junior, senior until university, to make it sequences and rearrange properly. Yeah, so people will read it, find the coherence in the sentence. Okay, so from the sentence we've changed like this. Based on the background of the study, there were 8.6% of participants were uneducated. There were 42.4% who had not graduated of elementary school. In addition, there were 28% who graduated from junior high school, 18.3% who graduated from senior high school, and 1.9% who were graduated from a university. This sounds better. Yeah? Next is all participants declared themselves as a Chinese Muslim. We can paraphrase this sentence to be like this. Based on their religion, the whole participants were Muslim. So we delete a Chinese Muslim because this will be another term like a Chinese Muslim, Japanese Muslim, Banjaris Muslim. This will make the reader confused. Yeah, so we just use Muslim in general. Okay, so the last sentence is 34.3% participants reported themselves as primary victims and 65.7% as secondary victims. Okay, I think you don't understand this one, so we will add another sentence to make you understand what the author want to talk about. So the participants were divided into two types, primary and secondary victims. The primary victims were 34.3% and the secondary victims were 65.7%. So after we paraphrase, let's compare from the previous one, the original one, into our new one. I think, in my opinion, the new one sounds much better, and we also already corrected grammar. So this paragraph is a proper one, is proper than the previous one. Okay, this is the result of our paraphrasing in a paragraph. So that's all the lesson about paraphrasing. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope this lesson will help you to understand better about the paraphrasing. Well, if you still have problem with the paraphrasing, please don't be hesitant to ask me in the comment below. And don't forget to do exercise as many as possible. We'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.